Roman Reigns unleashes hell on Seth Rollins. The Bloodline strikes back. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. WWE fans, the time for games is over. Roman Reigns is back, and he is more dangerous than ever. After months of silence, betrayal, and personal attacks, the tribal chief has finally responded. And what he did to Seth Rollins wasn't just punishment. It was war. Today, we break down the savage, violent, and calculated destruction that Roman Reigns unleashed on Seth Rollins. This is not just a feud. This is personal. This is vengeance. This is Roman's wrath. Let's dive into the full story of how Roman Reigns unleashed hell on Seth Rollins. Brotherhood broken. To understand this chaos, we must go back to the beginning, to the Shield. Years ago, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins stood shoulder to shoulder with Dean Ambrose as part of the most dominant faction WWE had seen in decades. But it was Seth Rollins who broke that bond first, when he betrayed the Shield with a chair to Roman's back. It was a wound that never truly healed. Fast forward to 2024. Seth Rollins walks around calling himself the Visionary. Roman Reigns has built an empire as the head of the table. But their paths were always destined to collide again. What began as mutual respect quickly turned into bitter resentment. The spark that ignited the war. It all started at WrestleMania 41. Seth Rollins won the Money in the Bank briefcase, promising to cash in when Roman was most vulnerable. He even teased doing it during Roman's title defense against Cody Rhodes. Roman barely escaped WrestleMania with his pride intact. And Rollins? He taunted him, week after week. Constant jabs, mocking promos, and that smug grin. But Roman remained silent, watching, waiting, planning. And then came the night that pushed him over the edge. Seth Rollins called Roman washed up, said his empire was crumbling, and declared the tribal chief is now the tribal joke. The Bloodline watched that promo from the locker room. And Roman's eyes? Pure rage. That was the moment. Roman Reigns was done playing nice. The return of the head of the table. The following week on SmackDown, the lights dimmed. The music hit. And Roman Reigns returned. But this wasn't the Roman of the past few years. This wasn't the composed, methodical champion. This was a warrior unchained. No title. No crown. Just vengeance. He didn't speak. He stared straight into the camera and said only 3 chilling words. Seth is dead. The next night on Raw, Rollins arrived, laughing off Roman's threat. He called it empty. He said Roman had lost his touch. That night, Roman made good on his promise. The Bloodline's surprise attack. Seth Rollins was scheduled to face Damian Priest in the main event. But the match never happened. As Seth walked to the ring, Solo Sikoa appeared from the crowd and hit a thunderous Samoan spike. Before Seth could react, Tama Tonga joined in, stomping him out on the ramp. And then, the arena exploded. Roman Reigns stormed down the ramp with a steel chair in hand. He didn't say a word. He didn't hesitate. He beat Rollins across the back again and again and again. A brutal, merciless assault. Chair shot after chair shot. The commentary team went silent. The WWE Universe watched in horror. Michael Cole whispered, This is not the Roman Reigns we knew. Rollins was left lifeless on the steel ramp. EMTs rushed to the scene. But Roman wasn't done. He grabbed the MIC, leaned over Seth's body, and whispered, I built this place, and I'll burn it down before I let you take it from me. Aftermath and fury. WWE.com later reported that Seth Rollins had suffered a fractured rib and a partially dislocated shoulder. Social media exploded. Cody Rhodes posted, This wasn't a statement. It was a message. And I got it loud and clear. Becky Lynch, Seth's wife, tweeted, You just made this personal, Roman. You crossed the line. Triple H issued a warning to the Bloodline and fined Roman $500,000 for unprovoked violence. But Roman laughed it off on Instagram with a picture captioned, Still got more where that came from. Seth was taken off TV for 2 weeks to recover. The message continues. But Roman wasn't done sending messages. Every week after that, the Bloodline targeted anyone close to Seth. Friends, allies, tag partners, no one was safe. Kevin Owens was ambushed backstage. Sami Zayn was attacked after his match, Roman watching from the skybox. Even Rhea Ripley, who tried to confront Roman for crossing boundaries, got speared by Solo Sikoa during a mixed tag match, causing outrage online. Roman wasn't just trying to hurt Seth physically. He wanted to erase him from WWE. Rollins returns and fights back. Then, Seth Rollins returned. It was Monday Night Raw. Roman was cutting a promo in the ring, proclaiming himself the final boss of WWE. Suddenly, Seth's theme hit. He walked out in street clothes, bandaged up, mic in hand. Rollins yelled, "You think you broke me? You think that was enough? I'm still standing, Roman. You don't get to write the final chapter in my story. I do." The crowd roared. Roman smirked. He raised his mic. "Then come and take it." Rollins charged the ring and chaos erupted. A massive brawl ensued. Security flooded the arena. The fight spilled into the crowd, into the announcer's table, and even into the backstage parking lot. It ended with Seth diving off the production truck onto Roman and Solo, screaming, "You wanted war? You got it." The contract signing. Triple H made it official. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Hell in a Cell. The contract signing was held on SmackDown. And it was tense. Seth signed first. Then Roman slowly picked up the pen, signed, then flipped the table. The two locked eyes. Roman leaned in and whispered, "You're not ready to go where I'm about to take you." Seth smirked. "I've already been there. I survived it. You didn't." That line hit hard. Roman backed away, but you could see the fury boiling. This wasn't just a match. This was going to be an execution. Hell in a Cell. Carnage unleashed. The night arrived. Hell in a Cell. No interference. No escape. From the moment the bell rang, it was chaos. Roman dominated early, slamming Seth into the steel walls. But Rollins fought back with resilience. Kendo sticks, chains, steel chairs. Both men bled. Both men screamed. Roman delivered 3 Superman punches and a spear, but Seth kicked out at 2. Seth hit a curb stomp on a chair. Roman kicked out. The final moment came when Roman hit a Samoan spike, a spear, then wrapped a chair around Seth's neck and delivered a guillotine submission until Rollins passed out. The ref had to stop the match. Roman stood victorious. And as medics checked on Seth, Roman grabbed the mic and said, "And even in defeat, Seth Rollins proved he could endure anything." But one thing is clear, Roman Reigns may no longer wear the WWE Championship, but he still runs this yard. He still rules the island. And when you disrespect the tribal chief, he doesn't just respond. He unleashes hell. What do you think, WWE Universe? Did Roman go too far? Or was this Seth's karma finally catching up? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic breakdowns, storylines, and exclusive WWE drama. This has been your deep dive into Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, a war written in blood. We'll see you in the next one.